Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Cruisers Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Derek. Alex, it's great to see you. It's been just a little while.
It's been about, I was just checking. It's been exactly 3 months since we recorded our last podcast. A lot has happened, and long time no see to you, Derek, and to everybody watching. Uh, there's been some crazy stuff happening in the last 3 months. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I mean, I got new glasses and I have a new neck scar because I had spine surgery. It's just been crazy, but I'm feeling better, and I've got a cruise around the corner, and so do you.
That's right. It's great to see you, Alex. And I will say this on behalf of everyone who watches the Cruisers podcast, everyone who follows you on Facebook. We've kept up with your journey. We've been praying for you. It's great to see right now you're out of the neck brace. You're able to walk around a little bit. We know that
Yes,
you're still
sir.
going through some different things. So we're still praying for you and hope that
Thank you.
everything's well. But it is great to catch up. And there's some people out there who have asked Alex and I, like, over and over and over the last several weeks, when are you going to have another podcast? This is it. And this is the podcast that's probably the least planned that we've had. It may be the best one. Just wait and see.
I think
And
so.
then some of you are new. You haven't been here before. You're saying, what's this? Alex and I started the Cruisers podcast to be the place for Alex and I and everyone watching to catch up on everything cruising, to talk about the funny, serious, tough questions and items of the cruise day.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it spot on. And honestly, thank you so much to everybody. I mean, I had people sending me Starbucks coffee, and it's been an amazing experience, having this cruising community that has been praying for me and thinking about me, and I just can't thank everybody enough. I mean, it's been crazy. And you know what? I have my neck brace right here, and I will not be putting it on today, but I am saving it for, in case I need it. I'll probably take it on my cruise just in case I kind of overexert myself, but um yeah, this is the most unplanned podcast that we've had. But Derek, you and I spoke probably 15 minutes before we hit record, and there's, I'm just so freaking excited. There's so much to talk about.
There is. We're going to talk about some different things, Alex. Some things I can think of, like you mentioned, our upcoming cruises. We're about to talk about pizza here in a second. Alex and I are both hungry. Just wait until you hear why we're going to talk about pizza. We're going to talk about Royal Caribbean bringing a new ship to Galveston. Are they done? We have all kinds of things to talk about. So sit down just a little bit, relax. Or maybe you're listening to us and you're doing something outside. That's great too. Maybe you're on a cruise ship. I'll ask this question to start us off. Where are you listening to us from? Are you sitting in the easy chair, the recliner? Are you out and about? Are you in the car? Let us know in the comment section. Alex, let's talk about pizza, the
I'm
story of the
starving.
day, and what will be the story of the weekend. Carnival Cruise Line, what are they doing? Saying we're going to shut down pizza now at midnight and move it somewhere else. Why don't you share with everyone what's going on?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, Carnival, I really feel like you should start adding pineapple to your pizza. I know that's a very controversial issue, but to
I
me,
like pineapple on the pizza.
my go-to pizza is pineapple and Canadian bacon and maybe a little jalapenos and some
Mm.
garlic. Oh man, okay. But Carnival, they are stopping the pizza service at midnight, and they're going to be moving it to the midnight buffet. Now, I don't know if you've ever stayed up past midnight on a cruise ship, but sometimes the food at past midnight, you might, I don't know, you
It'll
might
get you
want to just,
through.
it gets you through. You might want to just go to bed and save yourself from the heartburn and have a nice hearty breakfast the next morning. But I want to ask you guys, I know most of us do stay at past midnight, but how many of you actually go to the midnight buffet? I'll start. I have been to the midnight buffet once, and that was only because I was on my Alaskan cruise this summer. And when we come back from Victoria, the ship is in Victoria from 8 p.m. to around midnight. And so we all come back after having a couple of drinks, and we're really, really hungry. We want those dried chicken strips. We want that. Burnt hot dog. We want, dried out hot dog buns. We want that because we're starving. But Derek, do you enjoy the midnight buffet?
I do. I don't eat it every night, but there are nights that you stay up late. You went to go see the show. Maybe it was the double feature comedy show in the theater. It's 11:30, 11:45. You know you shouldn't be eating. And if you were at home, you would not be eating that time. You'd be in bed, but
Yep.
you're on vacation. Let's go see what they got at the late night snacks at the buffet. I've had those dried chicken strips before, right? You get,
And
hey,
they're
where's
and
the
they're
ketchup
good.
at? They are fries. I do like they've got the pico and the chips. I do enjoy that, but like the pizza has been the staple. And listen, it's not the best pizza. We all know that. And we've all stood in line way too long for the pizza, like 30 minutes, 45
Oh
minutes.
yeah.
But Alex, do you not remember like a year ago, maybe pizza was 24 hours a day? It was
Yeah.
always open all the time. And I remember when they changed it to say we're going to close at 4 a.m. and we're going to open back up at 9 a.m., which is actually pretty reasonable,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
It is. But people were upset about that, And if you're up at 4 a.m., you probably don't need to be eating pizza anyway.
You're probably
But
not doing something you should do.
people were upset. But Alex, this was just announced today.
Yep.
John Hill posted it on his Facebook page. John Hill is Carnival's brand ambassador. Both of us are big fans of John, and sometimes he's just the messenger, right? You don't kill the
Hmm.
messenger,
That's right.
but he posted that now that cutoff time is not 4 a.m. It is midnight, but there will be pizza available on late night eats in the midnight buffet. But Alex, this is the end of an era for me. Like
Yeah.
right now, I can think of so many times I've been in line with friends and family at the end of a good night,
Hmm.
and you're going to wait in the line, but that's part of the experience. Is it not kind of a bittersweet moment here that pizza now
It
closes at
is.
midnight?
It is. I was on the Carnival Dream about a year ago actually, and we were in Costa Maya. The weather it wasn't raining, but it was so windy. We had to stay overnight. We were stuck at the dock,
Remember that?
and Captain Nick did all he could, but we couldn't leave. And I stayed up till midnight because I wanted to get a video of us actually leaving and post it, but I was just like, we're staying the night. And I was at the back of the ship where the pizza is. Man, there were probably 40 to 50 people in line for pizza. And everyone was just laughing and having fun. And there's the bar right there. I mean, it was just pizza brings us all together. And I know it's
That's
going to
right.
be moved to the buffet, but there's just something about waiting in that line. And, they only make 4 or 5 of those pizzas.
Yeah.
And I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. What's your favorite pizza?
I just the pepperoni.
Yeah.
I'll take the pepperoni. The big question is, when they plate the pizza, usually they put two pieces on the plate, two pieces on the plate.
Like
And if
this
I
big.
wait in line, yeah, if I wait in line for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I've gotten the whole pizza before. I've said, hey, I'll
Oh
take
yeah,
all four
every time.
pieces. I'll take all four
It's
pieces.
it's thin pizza, Derek. It's okay.
Yeah. And you don't
It's
have
not
to
a
eat the
deep dish.
crust. Don't, yeah, don't have to
I
eat the
love the
crust.
crust.
But yeah, I like pepperoni and put some oregano on there and some Parmesan cheese on there as well. But it's going to be a little bit different. Now, let's be clear here and let's be fair to Carnival. They're not just doing this because they have nothing else to do in the office. They're not just thinking of ways that they can make all of us upset. Okay, pizza is still available. It's going to be at late night eats at the buffet. There's actually going to be 2 buffet stations open. And they say that they're doing this so you and I and everyone else, we don't have to wait in that line with 40 to
Yeah.
50 people. They're
Yep.
doing it because they say it's more efficient, but still, it's a little bit different. It's
It is.
bittersweet.
It
And I
is.
wonder
And
too, go ahead.
go ahead.
Let's say we just had an election, and I kind of wondered through this part of it, like if you're in line by midnight, do you get the pizza? Like when you go vote, if you're in line,
That's
when the polls
right.
close, you're good. Or whose job is it going to be
Ooh.
to carry the sign that this station is closed?
Yeah,
The
like
line,
you're the
this is
last
the end of the
one.
line. Yeah,
Oh
it's
man.
like,
I
do I need to
didn't even
carry
think
some
about
money with
that.
me? Do I need to tip a little
Exactly.
bit? Hey, here's $5.
Yeah, if you want fresh pizza, you can have my spot for this is going to be like Black Friday. It's like people are going to start paying people to just wait in line for them. You bring up a good point. I'm telling you, on some of those short day sailings, there's going to be some really mad people and there's going to be some fights breaking out. I can just see it right now. There's
Yeah,
going to be people like, give me my tip money back. I need a
yeah.
refund.
Just a
Oh,
reminder to us, we all know it closes at midnight. So if it's
yeah.
important to you, make your way up there. You can get your pizza. If you don't make it there, it will be inside and you'll still be able to get your pizza. So, but a big change, and it was just announced. We'll see. We'll see how this kind of unfolds the next several days. I can venture to say there's going to be a lot of discussion on Facebook and other places, and we're going to continue it here. Share your thoughts below on pizza. Number one, do you eat pizza usually when you cruise? And do you usually go late at night? Does this midnight cutoff time now affect you, or do you go before midnight and it has no impact on your cruise? Let us know.
And Derek, let me ask you this. Guys Burger Joint. Why do they always close at 6 p.m.?
I
Like,
know. Yep.
why? I don't know. I mean, and I know everybody and their grandmother has asked John Hild, why do they close at 6? I want a real answer because there's sometimes where I'll show up like right at 6:05 or and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I could get like some scraps. Man, they are shut down. And
Done.
because there is nothing better than a fresh guy's burger. And those
Yeah.
French fries just in ketchup.
Oh,
I'm gonna have a
that's
cheeseburger
good.
and pizza tonight for dinner, Derek.
That's right. I am too. And you know what? I might stay up till after midnight just to have it.
Yeah,
Throw on a
exactly.
frozen pizza after
Yes,
midnight just because.
just because. What
Crazy.
else is going on?
Let's talk about we're going to talk about Royal Caribbean, but I know too that you have some casino kind of insights and things you want to share. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that after this. Let's talk about Royal. Royal has been releasing their 2026 itineraries. They've done Europe and they've done Alaska. This week, the week of November 11th, was the week of long cruises to the Caribbean. And it was interesting as everyone waited to see what ship would go where. And Galveston is getting a new ship, Alex, an Oasis class ship, right?
yeah, yeah. We think we are getting the Symphony of the Seas.
That's right.
Um, it was announced just a couple of days ago, and there was going to be a July 4th, 2026 sailing. But
Yep.
and it was there. I saw it with my own eyes. I almost took a
Yeah.
picture of it because it was breaking cruise news, right?
Yeah.
And day later, I was like, I'm going to go and actually get a nice screenshot, and I'll post it on my Facebook page for my followers and for my Galveston page. And it wasn't there.
Just
Yeah.
disappeared.
Are
And
they
it's not there
teasing
now.
us?
We just checked before we started the podcast. It's still not there.
Yeah. What's
So
up?
yeah, what is up? I don't know. The big talk, Alex knows this, I do too, and everyone, especially in Galveston. When I was in Galveston just a couple of months ago, the port officials were like, "This is the worst kept secret." Matter of fact, it's not even a secret anymore. The
Yeah.
Icon class ship is coming. They wouldn't tell me when, but they're like, "It's coming." Michael
Yep.
Bailey in the earnings call Royal Caribbean just had for Q3, Michael Bailey had mentioned, "Yeah, we're bringing one there," and mentioned as well that an Icon ship may do short sellings
Hmm.
from Galveston, and that's different. How do you think that would go over with those who have said yes, we want an Icon class ship, and Royal Caribbean says, okay, we'll give you one, but it's going on 4 and 5 night itineraries.
Yeah. I mean, so personally, if I lived within an hour's drive to Galveston, right now I'm 5 hours away. I would be so down for a quick 3-day cruise. It's Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Come back on Monday. You only have to miss a day or two of work. I'd be all about it. And I did a 3-night cruise on the Carnival Radiance out of Long Beach. And Derek, I probably paid without a casino rate a couple $100. Because it was an
Yeah,
older Carnival ship. They're sending the most beautiful Royal Caribbean ship, $1 billion to build, to potentially do a 3 and 4 day sailing out of Galveston. Now, I don't know. If you go online right now and you try to find the absolute cheapest cabin on the Icon, you're going to need to get a part-time job.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know how people can afford it. Now, you and Amanda have been on the Icon, and it is from your
It's
pictures.
unbelievable.
You need to be on there for at least 10 days to fully experience everything. Now,
Yeah,
if she's going to be coming to Galveston for 3 and 4 night sailings, think of that. There's, I don't know, how many passengers? 8,000?
yeah, 7,500.
7,500. If you're turning that ship over every 3 to 4 days, and the cruise fare is not going to be as expensive as a 7 day sailing, but if you're going on a weekend cruise like that, you're probably going to get the drink package. You're probably going to go all out for, your one shore excursion at Cozumel or,
Yep.
Perfect Day Mexico. Um,
You have the
I
same
don't know.
casino budget, right?
Yeah, I
Three, four
think
day
it's
cruise, 7-day cruise, have the same budget.
I think it's a really smart idea for Royal Caribbean to send one of their most beautiful cruise ships to Galveston, obviously, but to do the 3 and 4 day sailings. It's a little worrisome though because I'm like, don't break the beautiful ship because I
Yeah.
know what happens on those three. The 90% of those people, it's a booze cruise. It's a bachelorette party. I've been there. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's pretty chaotic. So if you're gonna do it, behave. Go to bed before
That's
midnight and don't drink.
one of the coolest venues on the Icon that I enjoyed. It was just crazy to be at a swim up bar on a cruise ship.
So
And
cool.
the Icon has a swim up bar. The menus are made of the same materials like a surfboard, so they just float around in the water. You can just
That's
grab a
amazing.
menu and look at it, and then you can walk up there and order a drink. It's crazy. I was in there every day, but not like past lunch because the negative of the swim up bar on a cruise ship is you know what's going to happen, especially you get into the afternoon.
Yeah.
People ain't getting out of the pool.
No,
It's a get out of the
no.
pool, go to the bathroom. Come on, people.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I sure would hate to be the pool boy.
Yeah, it would not be good. We will mention this though. Alex and I have said it once. We've said it twice. We'll say it here again. When an Icon class ship makes its way to Galveston in Royal, that's not coming from Alex and I. It's coming from Royal Caribbean leadership. One's
Hmm.
coming. They keep saying it. When it comes, Alex and I will have a group cruise on the first sailing, whether it's a 4-day, 5-day, 7-day cruise. We're going to have a group cruise. There's already 200 plus people, right, Alex, signed up
Oh yeah.
that have raised their hand
Yep.
and said, "I'm going with you." It will be a party. I can tell you that right now, and we'll have all kinds of stuff to give away and group events and group excursions and all that. So be on the lookout. Whenever the Icon or an Icon class ship comes to Galveston, it should trigger the thought, "I'm going on the first sailing with Derek and Alex."
Yes. I would love to meet all of you. I mean, I'm really proud of myself and I'm going to pat myself on the back, but this morning I updated my followers and I just hit 60,000 followers on Facebook and I'm just
There
so
we go.
grateful. And I'm telling you, I had so many people reach out to me, you and Amanda included, when I had my surgery, and I just felt so connected with everybody. And I
Yep.
have people telling me, hey, I'm signed up for the November 9th MSC sailing, and I cannot wait to meet you and give you a hug and just tell you I'm so happy that you're healthy. And, this is going to lead and segue into our next group cruise that we have officially booked. It's the MSC Seascape out of Galveston, the very first inaugural sailing. She's a couple years old now, but she's going to be
Yep.
brand new to Galveston, brand new in a $150 million cruise terminal that right now is just an old beat up warehouse. But man, it
Yep.
is. I've seen the renderings. You were there for the groundbreaking ceremony.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the coolest cruise ever, and we've got over like 110 cabins. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna be the cruise directors for like over 250 people. I can't
That's
wait.
right. It's
Amanda
going.
better get ready too.
That's right. It's going to be insane, really, what MSC is doing, and they're doing it right. One thing that I appreciate, it was a big question mark about the Seascape. And Alex, like you said, she's only a couple years old. But there was a rumor when they announced that she'd go to Galveston, there was a rumor she'd go to dry dock. And people were like, she's not going to dry dock. She's going to be 2.5 years old at the time. You don't send a
Hmm.
2.5-year-old cruise ship to dry dock. 4 years, 5 years, yes.
Right.
MSC is confirmed that the Seascape will go to some sort. It may not be a dry dock where they actually take her up out of the water because she
Is
doesn't
it
need some of
really?
those. They're going to go at least, and this is what I asked him. I said, "So what are you going to do during this time?" And we're not sure how long it is yet. They said we want to make this ship right for Texas. It reminds me a lot of the
Oh,
marketing that Carnival did for the Jubilee.
yes.
We
Yeah.
want to we wanted to make this ship Texas's ship. And so, yeah, they're going to take her
That's
out, maybe change carpets, beautify her a little bit, give her a break, give the crew a break
yeah.
before she heads. November 9th is the selling. She may get there a few days early. But yeah, 110 cabins, probably 250 at least people. And listen to this. Don't say this too loud because MSC has continued, and thank you if you're watching MSC leadership. they've continued, Alex, to let us have this exclusive pricing that is insane. We can still get people on board. Listen to this: a 7-day cruise in this modern world that we're in. We can get two people in the cheapest cabin, if you want to go cheap, for $898 total. Two people for 7 days. That doesn't happen,
You
especially
you can't even do that on any cruise line's oldest ship.
no, no, especially a big cruise like this. The first time MSC has ever sailed from Galveston, a new terminal, the ship's going to be ready to go, but there are other interior cabins, ocean view cabins, the balconies like at 1400. Now, go to MSC's website November 9th, 2025. Look at the pricing. It's not going to be what I just told you. The pricing that I just told you is a pricing that Alex and I have. So if you want to join us, a lot of you you're already booked. Be sure to reach out to us. You can email me, travel@bookislandtime.com. We'll get you added. You'll be part of the group. And we're going to start meeting almost monthly after the new year. Alex and I said there's going to be a whole lead up and a whole build up to this group cruise, and we're excited for that.
We're going to have some fun giveaways. I mean, we're going to be giving away some free parking, some excursions, and I'm so excited. And I know the biggest complaint out of cruising out of Galveston is I'm so tired of the ships always going to the same ports. And you and I have talked about this almost every single podcast episode. But you don't have to do the same thing in every port.
No.
Yes, I've been to Cozumel 30 times, but there's so many things to do. You know, there's so much to do, and make it we're going to be having a group excursion, and there's just a lot more information to come out. I think probably in the earlier in the new year, January is
Yeah.
when we're going to really start kind of going crazy with the planning and getting things really written down. But like Derek said, if you go to MSC's website today, you're not going to find a cheaper rate than what we're offering you. And I think the benefit of booking with us is I don't think our rates are going to go up. They're going to
Yeah.
probably keep going up online as we get closer and closer to the sailing. But November
Yeah.
9th, guys, if you are interested, reach out to Derek and Amanda at travel@bookislandtime.com.
Yeah.
Um, that
We'll
is
get you
the way
taken
to
care
book,
of.
and they are so responsive and so quick, and we want you to come. Another
That's
thing
right.
that we didn't
That's right.
talk about before this recording today is Norwegian Cruise Line has announced that they're going to be
Oh yeah.
sailing year round from Galveston. Miami's a great port to cruise out of, Port Canaveral, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Galveston, they're running out of room. I
Yeah. They
mean,
are.
NCL starting, I think it's the week that as soon as
Yeah. No.
MSC's terminal is finished, Norwegian's going to be pulling right in. Now they're
That's
already
right.
sailing, seasonal sailings out of Galveston. Same with Princess, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, starting 2026 uh, or 2025, it's going to be booming. And Derek and I have a fantastic relationship with the Port of Galveston. And this isn't just Derek and I thinking outside of the box, like, what do you think it's going to look like in a couple of years? No, this is happening.
Yeah.
Galveston is going to be the place to cruise out of. And I think with all of the competition coming, I think you're going to really start seeing cruise rates dropping. What do you think?
I think you're spot on. I mean, I watch cruise spotters on TikTok in Miami and Port Canaveral because there's so many ships
Hmm.
from those ports. You're going to start to have cruise spotters that you're going to be able to watch live almost every day. Maybe not on Wednesdays, Tuesday and Wednesday,
Yep.
but you'll be able to watch these cruise spotters who go live, who look at the cruise ships going in and out of Galveston because there's so many ships. Right now, they're fourth largest in the country. Number three is Port Everglades. Uh, Amanda and I just cruised from there on the Sun Princess, a beautiful port in Fort Lauderdale. But they know, I spoke with some of their officials there. They know right now they're number three, but not so fast, my friend.
Yep.
Galveston will jump probably, and Alex, like you said, about a year from now, Galveston will jump to the third largest cruise port in the country behind Miami and Port Canaveral, and that is insane. It is to see the growth and the offerings: Carnival, Royal
Hmm.
Caribbean, Princess, NCL, MSC, Disney, like
It's just the list.
whatever
It's
you want,
almost
whatever you want.
it's almost every
And
almost every cruise line. I think Virgin would do well out of Galveston.
Yeah, they just need more ships, which
They
they're
do.
coming. They are,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
price. I think you'll start to see prices go down. It will start first with Norwegian, MSC, and Princess, who are the new guys. They're
Hmm.
trying to earn that business that Carnival and Royal for so long, especially Carnival, 30 years for Carnival.
Yeah.
They've dominated, and they will still do strong. But watch as these prices start to fall. Thank goodness.
Yes, absolutely. Because, cruises are expensive. And not only, Derek and I, we spend a little bit of time in the casino. And,
Yep.
the last cruise I got to go on, I really shouldn't have gone on. Talking about my health a little bit, my surgeon was like, I can't believe, because I rolled my ankle really bad on the Jubilee that I went on in August. My
Mm,
entire left leg was numb, my entire left arm was numb, and I just didn't have any strength on my entire left side of my body. And I rolled my ankle really bad, but I'm telling you, I needed that cruise for a
yeah.
couple of reasons. I took my dad. It was a late Father's Day present, and we had the best time. We had a balcony, and it was so fun to just make new memories with him. And talking about going to the casino a little bit. If you
Yep.
follow me, I hit like the most insane jackpot. I will never hit anything this high in my life. And let me tell you, I have been on 26 Carnival cruises now, and I've gambled on at least half of those sailings, and I have never won any kind of jackpot. I think a jackpot is considered, is it over 15 or $1,600? It's like
Yeah.
somewhere around there where
Yeah.
they have to come give you a hand pay and you have to sign
Yeah.
the tax documents and all that stuff. So backing up a little bit, on my first cruise on the Luminosa in May with my sister, I hit my first jackpot, $2,500. Oh, I mean, it was the coolest day of my
That's
life.
good.
Did I actually make any of that money? No, I gave it all back, and some, like a lot. Um, I ended up on the last night. I got one of those things on my little mailbox on my door that said, like, "We miss you. Come back and cruise with us." And it was like I
Yep.
don't know what they call those, but it was a free
Bounce back.
balcony, a bounce back.
Bounce
Yeah,
back offer. Yep.
it was a bounce back, and it was free balcony. I think I paid like $350 for my dad and I to go on this
Hmm.
Jubilee sailing. Um, the first full sea day on that Jubilee cruise, I'm gambling the same amount that I always do. I'm not going in heavy and I'm not holding back. It's the same couple $100 a day is what I'll put
Yeah.
in the machine. I hit a jackpot for like $2,000, and I was like, heck yes. I put
Day
it all back.
one. Like,
I gave it all back, of course, because I'm like, I want a free suite offer. Like, I want these
yeah.
free ultra cruise offers. Like, I want to be
Yep.
a high roller in these casinos, and gave it all back. And I was down like $6,000, and I was like sweating it, dude. I was like, $6,000. That's a lot of money. I need to hold back. Um, so I was feeling pretty low. You know how you get
Yep.
when you're down a lot. I was down
Oh yeah.
6K, and I do not recommend that. I was down to my last for my budget for the day. I was down a couple $100, and I had like $200 left, and so I upped um my bet to like $28. I don't know. It was like in the $20 range, and I'm like, the heck with it. I'm like tapping that button. Boom,
Yeah.
jackpot, $15,000, man. The machine went wild.
Lights,
People,
sirens.
oh, it was the coolest thing. And the lady next to me, she was like, "Oh, did you hit something?" I was like, "Yeah, $15,000." I get my phone out and I start recording, like, my first time ever. And man, I felt so incredibly blessed. It was the coolest experience. The casino host came over after they gave me my hand pay. Let me tell you, they had to give me that money in cash. fifteen
I
thousand
was I
dollars in
was gonna
cash.
ask because some people wonder this. Like, if you win a lot of money like this, is it electronically deposited, or did they hand you $15,000 cash?
They gave me $15,000 in $100 bills, and after they, my real name is Robert. Oh, Robert Robertson, he just won $15,000. Everybody clap, and the whole casino, woo! It was crazy. And then of course I go up and get my 15K. Man, I was a little nervous to honestly. I,
Yeah.
I don't like how they do that. I know I could have waited till the last night to go get my money and all that, but I was just running on adrenaline at that point. And
Looking over your shoulder, but at the same time, if
oh
anybody wanted to
yeah.
mess with you, you had the adrenaline going so much. It's like, okay, come on, you want some?
I had it in my pocket with my hand like squeezing it in my pocket, and man, I ran right back to my room like somebody was chasing after me. And even then, like I put it in the safe, and then I had to drive home, 5.5 hours. I'm like, what if something insane happens?
Yep.
I don't know. It was just crazy. But here's my myth. I ended up hitting on the last night on that cruise another jackpot of $3,300. And like I said, this has never happened to me. Here's what I think. I think if you book a cruise on one of those bounce back offers, I think they're going to take care of you. Might not
Hmm.
be $15,000, and I know it's all just in my head, but these machines, they hit when they hit, right? But when you
Yeah.
hit a jackpot, they come and they have to open up the machine and they have to reset it, and they pull out a little pamphlet and they put the date and how much you won, and the name of the machine. I looked at everything on there from day one when the Jubilee was sailing, and I hit the
Oh,
biggest jackpot ever on that machine.
gosh.
So I think the second highest was maybe like $2,000 or $3,000. And so I just feel like, I don't know, if you get a bounce back offer, I feel like you have to book it. You need to do it, and you need to go put some money in the casino because I feel like they take care of you. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
all in my head, but
Yep.
that's just, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. The rhyme or reason no one knows. They
Yeah.
know who is sitting at the machine. They know how much you're playing. I don't know. I watch videos, and our audience probably watches videos too of slot machines and different people who play. And there's all kinds of different
Yep.
rumors and how they operate and how they choose who wins or who is it. But that's interesting there. Maybe a bounce back offer. Maybe, yeah,
Because
you're going to
because
hit.
I've had those in the past, and it's like you have to book within 30, like a couple weeks or whatever, and it's just like
Yeah,
I'm not in the headspace to book another cruise right now. I just got back and all that, but
yeah.
this time I did it, and holy cow! I mean, I so thankful, and
That's
yeah, it,
awesome.
it it allowed me to pay off some cruises, and it was great. But I got to pay taxes
That's
on it
right.
now, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, it may incentivize some people as well. I think a lot of us like to play in the casino. Me especially, I like to. We don't have a ton of casinos here in Arkansas, so it's something that's kind of tied to cruising with me that I get
mm,
to do. But a lot of times I play tables, and I see and hear people who get more points and who get better comps, and sometimes win more for sure on slot machines. So it may incentivize some of us who play tables to put in, like Alex said, a couple $100 a day. Sit down. You don't have to play max bet. You can sit down and
mm-mm.
play and just see what happens. Who knows? You may be the next jackpot winner. Let's ask this question. I don't think anyone's going to beat 15,000. I'm not. For those of you who play, and you may have played for decades, what has been your biggest hit, your biggest night in the casino? If you don't play slots, you've had some good nights as well. So you can share how much you've won. If you're a slot player, put down in the comment section how much you've won. Alex, I don't think anyone's going to beat 15,000, but I hope someone does. That means that they won some money.
Yeah, and like a week or two after I hit that, it went kind of viral. Somebody on it might have been it was the Jubilee again. I think the Jubilee's just handing out money. It was either the Jubilee or the Dream. Somebody on the slots hit $250,000. Did you see that?
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
Now, I don't know. I mean, they must, hopefully they like gave him a couple briefcases for $250,000.
Good Lord.
Do they,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is a suitcase. Matter of fact, you need to
you
go get a
need it.
suitcase whenever we get to our first port of call. You got to go get a suitcase and bring it
Yeah.
back on.
Yeah.
Bring it to the back door of the casino. We'll load up your
Yep.
money,
It's
okay, and
for
then
all
we'll
my
give it back to you.
souvenirs I bought. But $250,000.
I
I
think I
don't
remember
even.
that story. The guy wanted to play a table game, but it was full. He sat down at a close slot machine, put in it was not very much money, and it was either on his first spin or his last spin. Like he had enough spent for one, enough money for one more spin. Bam, he hit it, $250,000. I mean, the confetti's falling everywhere. The lights are going. The noises are going. And
I
all
would
of a
need
sudden, you have new
like
friends.
CPR
You,
if I hit two hundred
yeah.
fifty thousand dollars. I'd be on the floor, man.
You have new friends. Hey, man, you remember me? Hey, are we
For
going? Let's
real.
go to the steakhouse.
Yeah. It was so
It's
weird
like,
when
man, I don't know you.
when I was in line, because what they do if you hit a jackpot, they for this one they don't bring you the money to the tape, to your machine.
Yeah.
They give you a little slip, and you have to take it up to the cashier. And people were like, "Are you the guy that just hit the jackpot?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." They were like touching me. No, they were like touching me
Yeah,
and
for
like
luck.
they were like rubbing my belly and stuff. I was like, you are in my space, person. And
But
yeah,
you were okay with it at that time.
and
You're
then
living on cloud nine.
yeah, and then like a couple days later in the elevator, they're like, "Are you the guy?" And I'm like, I'm trying to like play under the radar because I really did not want that much attention, and so,
Yeah. Yeah.
oof. But it was cool.
That is cool. And it's neat to not just hear stories, but you were able to capture that moment and share it. And like you said, it went viral, and it gives all of us hope that one day that could be us. It doesn't have to be 15,000. Give me 1,500 or something like that. So it's so cool that you experienced that, got to share it, and both of us are cruising soon, and I'll be in the casino. We leave we cruise next weekend. So we're cruising
Ooh.
Thanksgiving week. We've done it before. Some people are like, nope, I'm not going on a holiday. We enjoy cruising over Thanksgiving. We don't really enjoy cruising over Christmas, but it's neat because cruise lines, they'll have a traditional Thanksgiving meal. They'll show the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on the big screen on Lido Deck. They'll show the football games. So it'd be really
Oh, how
neat to be
fun!
on board. It will be a lot of fun, and it's Norwegian. So
Ooh.
Norwegian getaway. We will share all kinds of different things. Amanda and I, Alex, I've told you and some others, we're cruising. We're on 4 different cruise lines in 4 months. So 2 months ago, Harmony of the Seas. Last month, Sun Princess. This month, Norwegian Getaway. Next month, Carnival Jubilee. So if you're not following us on Island Time, our YouTube channel, be sure you go over there. It costs you nothing to go see some different experiences.
Yeah, and one of the things that I really loved is, like I said, we haven't talked in 3 months. You've been over to the UK, I mean to Europe, and
Yeah,
you've cruised on the Princess's brand new ship. You've cruised on her twice now. You've cruised on her
she's insane.
over in Europe and in the US. And so, I mean, how was that? I mean, I know you cruised with the kiddos,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they actually said we don't want to go on that cruise ship again.
yeah.
How come a child not want to go on a huge, beautiful, brand new cruise ship?
I know, and I'm begging them to go back. But Princess is really trying to get into the family marketplace and had this whole idea, this whole concept called Park 19, On Deck 19. They had all kinds of kids' events, from a splash pad to a hang glider activity to a maze obstacle course uh, to a ropes course. They had all the stuff that was there, and that's one
That would have
reason
been
why we
great.
booked it. Yes, but the ship was delivered. That area wasn't done. So for several months, it was just closed. And then Princess came out 2 days before we cruised in July and said,
Oh man.
this will never open. Matter of fact, it did not pass testing after leaving the shipyard, and we're going to take it down. And they did. They cut steel beams and all kinds of stuff, all these areas down. It's been the biggest negative of the Sun
Mm.
Princess. But with that said, the ship is amazing. We have sailed her with kids. We sailed her last month without kids. If you're looking for something new, give it a shot. She's here sailing from uh, Port Everglades until April. So she's not here for a long time. She's going back to Europe, actually. But pricing is great. She is an XL class ship. So she's Mardi Gras, Celebration, and Jubilee size, but she doesn't have the 6,500 passengers that they have. She has 4,600. She has
Oh,
a
that's
dome,
awesome.
which is like a solarium area. She has the first ever indoor outdoor pool. Literally, you can be outside in the sun if you want to, or you need some shade, go inside. Indoor outdoor pool. The medallion
Whoa.
experience is great. It is fantastic. Check out our content, and if you have questions about the Sun Princess, put those in the comment section here. We will answer them. A beautiful, beautiful new ship. We were so happy to cruise on her. And
Yeah,
Alex, you've got a cruise coming up too.
well, we were talking right before this episode. Um, because I'm going for 2 weeks and I booked this cruise. I'm going on the Venezia. I really wanted to treat myself to something nice.
Yeah,
January 2025. But it's 2 weeks, and I am a little nervous to be away that long. Just
yep,
I'm 2 months post-op, and having some pretty significant surgery, and I might cancel my Carnival cruise, and I might book a week on the Sun Princess.
yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think if you can get me around what I paid on Carnival, I'm
Oh, we
willing to
can.
cancel today and go because you know like Derek said, they're going on 4 cruise lines in 4 months, and I've been on Princess before, but I was 12 years old, so I don't remember it
Yeah,
much. I've been on Norwegian Cruise Line, but I was 15 or 16. I don't really remember it much. I've been on Royal
yeah.
Caribbean. I was 21. I don't really even remember that much, but I,
That one you're not supposed to remember that one. Okay, you
oh,
turn
that's right. Yeah.
21, you don't have to remember
It was
that
Navigator of the Seas out of Galveston. It was fun.
one.
But I am ready to start experiencing more cruise lines. I really want to
Yeah,
do the Prima out of Galveston. I really want to do the Regal Princess out of Galveston, but the Sun Princess is here. She's the newest and the most beautiful princess ship. I think I'm going to do it, Derek. If we can do
yeah.
it, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'll help you with that here in just a little bit, and hopefully, because there's a lot of people probably thinking about this and thinking about 2025 and what am I going to book in 2026. I've sailed on a lot of the newest cruise ships from the Prima class. The Viva's now out. The Carnival Jubilee. We've been on Icon of the Seas, and we've been on Sun Princess. So we've been on the newest cruise ships across the industry. Love the Jubilee. Going to go on her next month. I've already been on her 3 times. I'm going to go on her next March. I love her.
Yep.
The Icon is just crazy. What they've done engineering wise is unbelievable. The Prima, if you can book it, go get on it and go stay in the spa the entire week. The thermal suites are unreal, best in the industry. But I'm telling you, the Sun Princess has so much to offer, and that medallion experience is crazy. If you think there's, people say, is there anything to do at night? Just wait. Some of the most upbeat, lively nightclubs I've ever been to have been on the Sun Princess. They turned the whole atrium into a nightclub.
That's
Literally,
insane.
the, it is crazy.
One of the things that really sold me on the Sun Princess, if you haven't watched Derek and Amanda's vlogs of their trip, in Rome, the couple days before, these are
Hmm.
Derek, you're doing so good at making these. They get better and
Thank
better and
you.
better. My grandfather asked me yesterday, "When's Derek gonna post another vlog?" I'm like, I hadn't talked to Derek in three
I've
months.
got
I,
some
I
coming.
haven't.
Got
I'm like,
some
I haven't
coming.
seen his face. Like, we have a lot to catch up on. But one of the things that really sold me on it is that medallion experience. You could be
Yeah.
sitting anywhere, right? Anywhere on the ship.
Yep.
Do you just go on the app and say, I want a Coke
Yep.
or I want
Yep.
a strawberry daiquiri,
Pina
and
colada. Yeah.
they'll bring it right to you. You
They'll
can't do
tap
that
you on the
on.
shoulder. Here you
Oh,
go.
that's so cool. And another thing, what I really like about it is you can have that stuff sent to your room, and it's all part of the package. If you're on
All
Carnival
included.
and you want a soda or a beer, and you have the Cheers package, they're not going to bring it to your room.
Nope.
Nope. You
Nope.
have to go, and just it's the little things like that, Derek, that are really making me want to branch out more.
Exactly. Just to see, and don't be. And Alex, of course, you've cruised other cruise lines, but there's so many of you watching that are loyal to your cruise line. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you, if you try something else, you're still going to like it. You're still going to have fun. You might like it more, you might like it less, but 90+% of the cruise lines are the same. And I've sailed almost all of them.
Hmm.
They're so much more alike than they are different.
Yeah, and it's funny you said on one of your videos you just posted the other day on Island Time, someone called you and said, I've cheated, and they're just like
Yep.
hysterical. I feel like that, like my heart rate's going up a little bit right now because I'm talking about Princess. They're all in the same, literally, they're in the same family.
Yep.
But I just I think as I get older, I just turned 34 a couple weeks ago. I think as I get older, I want to experience. not the same old thing. You know, time is
Yep.
short on this in this world. You know, my doctor told me, I'm surprised you weren't wheeled in my office in a wheelchair. And he said,
Mm.
these walks that you love going on, you need to stop doing this walk. And we're doing, like, in the next week, we're doing considered, you know, emergency spine surgery because you're going to become paralyzed. And that scared
Mm.
the heck out of me, man. I'm not, you know, nobody is supposed to go through that. But he said, you're like the youngest patient we've ever had. I was born with a
Wow.
very narrow spinal canal. And so I have a spine injury. And it was just because I was born that way. You don't know when your time is up. And,
Yeah.
you know, I want to experience everything. And I am loyal to Carnival until the day I die.
Yeah.
But I want to
Yeah.
check out Carnival's sisters, you know, like Princess and all the other ones. Um,
Yeah.
and just have a great time.
That's right. That's right. I do too. I do. And for those of you watching, what is a cruise line, or what is the next cruise line you want to try? Maybe you're loyal to the cruise line of choice that you like to cruise on, but you another cruise line's been turning your head a little bit.
Hmm.
You see those commercials, you see the ads, you think, man, I'd really like to try that, and you feel guilty saying it.
Yeah,
What cruise line is that? Let us know in the comment section. Alex, I think that's a wrap. We could have went
it
on and on,
is.
but this thing is
I
we're
had
we're
so much
approaching
fun.
50 minutes. That was
Yeah, let me
fun
tell you,
and unscripted.
I have missed this more than I think you will ever know. I have been, you know, when you go through the junk I've been through, it, you know, it kind of messes with you a little bit. And I have been just dreaming of this day since surgery. So I'm
Yep,
so happy that we're back. I've missed our audience so much, and I cannot wait to keep connecting with the cruising community.
that's right. A few things before you head out. Number one, like this video if you're watching us on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. Number two, make sure you're subscribed so that when we release the next podcast, then you'll get that notification if you have that notification bell on. And number three, share this with somebody. Send it via text message, post it to a Facebook group. Say, hey, watch these guys. They talk about some different things. We would love to continue to grow the audience. Alex, that's it for the day. From the Cruisers Podcast, I'm Derek.
And I'm Alex. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you next time.
That's right. Thank you, guys.